Good morning. It is really morning. It's about 9:30, 10 for me. And I'm in the Mini. I've returned for now to the ordinary world. Let's see how long we can stay here this time. But, I'm back. I'm still alive, and I'm still, not arrested or anything like that. Last night, starting to get back into routines with the kids. I fed the kids. I had that nutritious sandwich myself of cheese and salmon. And then I went to bed. And I actually slept 7 or 8 hours. First time in 3-4 days. People in that world, it's habitual not to sleep for like 3, 4, 5 days, So my 2-day run, I think this is called runs, but my 2-day run was 2-night run ended last night because I actually slept 7 full hours sleep with the babies on the bed next to me and Agita in the hall. Got up, fed the kids, threw out the old litter, and packed my bag, day trip, and I'm on my way. 1 second. Just ordered my breakfast to have while driving. I started to eat again. I had a sandwich last night. Now I'm going to have an egg and cheese croissant and muffin, and coffee. So as I drive. Going to Chatham, going to get the oil changed on this car and get the winter tires put on. So I have to stop at the garage to pick up the winter tires wheels, and then meet my contractor and go to Home Depot and buy the railings, and book a date for the railings upstairs. Now, I spent some of that money on the bridge. I spent a lot on the bridge, but it's okay. I'm going to put it on Visa and my own line of credit, and then deal with it later. Hello, everybody. I'm here in scenic Chatham, Ontario. And I'm not being, sarcastic here. It's a scenic little town. There's a river there. So, about half an hour from the house and 45 minutes from the storage garage. So, brought the Mini, had a good trip. Day one. Day one, again, fuck. But anyway, all over again. That's just the way it goes. So, I got the Mini here, oil change, and tires, and winters, if you can see it there. So, I loaded up the winter rims in the at the garage on the way. Come here, and I've just dropped the car. And, I'm waiting for my, told him I was going to be a little late. I'm waiting for my contractor to pick me up, go buy the railings at Home Depot, get a date for that. Very important, Once the railings are in upstairs and the other stuff, the plumbing stuff and the bathrooms are functional, gotta start coming with the kids. That's going to be a very, very big push, Hopefully. Pause cross. Hello, everybody. I got the new battery on the Mini, and then I came to this car dog wash. It seems to be a big thing here, and a lot of dog people, I guess, are in Chatham, and they wash the dogs, but not in there. I think they must have a little area. See the little area in there? They have a little area where you can wash dogs, not with the high pressure in closed doors. Not with the high pressure, but it's like a softer thing. But I guess it doesn't get your shower dirty or whatever. I think that's the dog shower in there. I can sort of see it. So that kind of shit doesn't happen with cats. Try bringing a cat to a cat. That'd be fun. So anyway, you know what? I'm now going to stop at the house, even though I don't think there's been really any progress. But I'm here, I'll collect the mail, and then I just have to drop the tires, the summer tires, the wheels, all of that stuff. They're loaded up in this car. There, So I'll drop these at the garage, the storage garage, and then back to the kids, straight back to the kids. Day one again. My friend is... Hello, everybody, I'm at the Mini, and I'm just heading to my own house. And off the main road is a still residential suburban area. And I drove past a particular house with my contractor when we were on our way to, Rona, Home Depot. So, and there is a house for sale that I sort of like in this neighborhood. Where is it? It's supposed to be... Okay, that's the house. I drove past it with my contractor earlier in the day, and the for sale sign was still for sale. It's sold. Goes to show, any house I really like, and it was a good price, and it had a almost ready catio in the back, just to enclose one side and put in a door kind of thing. And it's very residential, very, Hello everybody, I'm here at the house. I haven't been here at night in a very long time. You can see the moon, and there's a few stars. You can see more stars here than in the city. But this is what I'm talking about. This is what it's like at night, No street lights, no sidewalks, you have a flashlight, It's very quiet, very dark, So, and it's okay. I mean, the lake is just down there. I've shown it before in podcasts. And it's okay. I mean, if I've got all 3 kids inside, and it's, there'll be activities going on, but it's just very quiet. And I would prefer that subdivision I showed you, There's the sidewalks and the streetlights, and there was people going out for walks, and this is nice, but this is just too quiet for me. I'm used to the city. So we'll see how it goes. I'm just pushing my contractor to get this done so I can at least come and spend a night or 2 with the kids and see how we like it, and then go from there, they just put it on the market and see what kind of response we get, test the waters, and then go from there. I mean, again, just to get to the house, I got a flashlight, and one of those houses, it's all lit up, the street lights, and inside, I don't think the lights turn on without having to go to, let me see my key. I don't think there's going to be many changes. And I've left the lights on the Mini. I don't think there's a lot of changes. Excuse me. So let's have a look at that. I'm not going to turn on the, as far as I can tell, absolutely nothing, So that's to be expected, Yeah. Anything at all? No, Another cabinet door? No, Anything here? No, Everybody, I just left the house and I'm coming here, heading to the storage garage, another 20 minutes from here. This is the little town close to my current country house. And it's got the angle parking, which my friend kind of called, that reminds her of little towns in the U.S. So it's got the angle parking, and that Stephen's family restaurant, Chinese and Canadian food. That's what you find. There's no Thai restaurants out here, or Indian restaurants. I think there's 1 and 2 in Chatham. But it's Chinese and Canadian food. But when I used to come here with my parents, occasionally picked up takeout, vegetable chop suey and shrimp fried rice or something like that. It was actually, for Canadian Chinese food, it wasn't bad. So maybe that's what I'm going to do today, So it's already 6:30. By the time I get to London, it'll be 7, and I got to drop the tires. And I might as well start getting myself used to the sort of, if I'm going to come with the kids and stay overnight soon, I can get takeout and stuff from here. And so I might as well get used to being around here at night. Okay, she said she brought me a lot of hot sauce. I mean, I put it on the soup. I think it's sriracha, or a form of sriracha. And it's not particularly hot, but it's okay. I mean, I put I'm going to ask her for more for the main dinner, and I put lots of salt and pepper and stuff. It's good. It's good, It's and I think with my stomach, after all the stuff that I was doing yesterday, it does upset your stomach, and they're not eating for a long period of time, and then eating again. It shouldn't be too spicy, so I should have gone a little easier on that. But it's okay. I mean, it's not hot sauce by any means. I think my stomach requires Chinese Canadian food, So I think we're in Kansas now, because a stranger, an older couple, strangers, never met them before in my life, country people, they're leaving, they says hello to me, and I say hello, and you don't do that in the city. This is like kind of weird, So anyway, but I think it's okay for now. It's good. So let's everybody seems to know everybody. Oh. Now the next thing is going to be, do they have chopsticks? And I got a very nice email from my Out of Profits friend, and she saw the latest thing, and she was like, she realizes that I'm really struggling with stuff, and but she is also the person who says that the podcasts are my are for my survival. This is like, my lifeline. And of course the kids. And she said I was only animated towards the end when I was talking about cattle. So, and I haven't even watched the podcast since then. So I usually review it at night, but I had to get up early today, so I didn't even review it. But here's the shrimp. The vegetables are good. Baby bok choy and nice shrimp and that broccoli. Of course, it's very, very bland. So I finished all the hot sauce she brought me in the soup. So I asked for more, and she brought one more thing. Okay. It turns out, not surprisingly, that she doesn't eat spicy food. Most of the people out here don't. No Sichuan or anything. So, but it's good. The quality is good. The people are very friendly. I think it'll be a nice change. So that's what's happening, and I'm going to reply to my friend briefly out of province, and then probably save some of that for later, and head back to just got to drop the tires, the wheels, in the storage garage, and then straight back to the kids. And, hello everybody, I'm here at the storage garage, and I just parked the Mini there with the lights on, and I have this little handy flashlight thingy that magnetically attaches to metal. So I had light because we don't have electricity here. So got all the tires, summer rims there. Now just shut the garage, lock up, straight back to the kids. Except maybe for gas. Hello everybody, I'm here at a Thai restaurant downtown Toronto having very spicy chicken curry, green curry chicken. I added lots of the hot sauce, More expensive. Yeah. Okay. It's very good, but my stomach is a bit messed up from all of the, the stuff the other day, and I don't think I can eat anymore. It's tasty, and it's spicy, but I don't think my stomach is handling spicy food all that well right now. And I'm still feeling a little rough because it was very, very deep time. It's really going to be very, really hard to come back. But I will put everything into this for my kids and for my friends and stuff I still have to do. So I'm going to have this back, head straight back to the kids and try to write. I've been writing texts and emails to a friend and to an acquaintance. And I'm going to try to at least cut and paste that and then get back to entries, and that might help me to come back. It's going to be rougher than ever before, but I'll do it. I will do it. Bye for now. I don't think I could have turned on the radio and heard a more appropriate song than that. I never listened to the lyrics that closely, but holy shit. Holy shit. Hello everybody. It's now about 4 or 5 hours later, and I'm at home, and we've got one of the kids is there, and one of the kids is there. So one of the babies there. One of the babies is here. And Agita is here on her perch. We're about to settle on her perch in the hall. It's about 4 or 5 hours later from the Thai restaurant. It's also funny when I go, hi everybody, hello everybody. It's like all 12 at most. But that's okay. As my friend said, very good comment. My other province friend said, the podcasts are really just for myself. They're pretty. It's not an exaggeration. When she said I do them for my own survival, it was almost literal on the last one and probably on this one. Almost literal. So after at the lunch, I was feeling really shitty. Well, now that shouldn't be all that surprising, considering, the latest binge and how dark and deep it was. And again, I've shared a little bit more about it than in previous ones, but still, I'm holding back the details for obvious reasons, for legal and incriminating and other people involved, the usual stuff. So, but it was like, it was very dark, very deep, and even a little public at times. So I'm like, I did sleep last night, and today I exchanged texts with somebody that I had met. I mean, from the daylight world. Actually, I've mentioned this person before. Helped with one of the cars, some time back. When I had the car, one of the cars towed, and ended up exchanging a few texts afterwards. We had some at least one common interest in cars, and now I find that we both kind of dislike a particular country. I'm not going to go into that for some similar reasons, but we sort of kept in touch. That's it was just a car related, very brief encounter. We had a chat a few months ago, and normally it's you don't keep in touch, but we've kept in touch on and off. And today he actually it is a he texted me a couple of days ago, just when I kind of needed some kind of contact, and it was just the timing was really good, and he's dealing with some stuff. Sweetheart, is food, So, and then today, I ended up, exchanging quite a few texts. I was ranting, and it just kind of helped me. Virtual stranger, but he was, even though he's busy with his own stuff, he kind of humored me, and it helped. It was a nice distraction. And then I had, email contact with my out of province friend. Went out to eat, and I felt really shitty at the restaurant, and I didn't have beer because I knew the beer would just make it worse. So I drove to the restaurant. The food was okay. I added lots of pepper, and I think my stomach is not used to it. And then while I was eating, I just started to feel kind of like throwing up. I felt nauseous, and I felt this kind of how they say in panic attacks, impending doom. Well, in my case, probably a little bit more accurate, brought on in the aftermath of a binge, and all the emotion that goes with it, and all the physical stuff, and there's again, without going into a lot of detail, but there was a lot of substances, and there's a lot of other stuff. So, the impending doom is probably a fairly adaptive response, or it's not as far out as one would think. So I had the food back, and he put it all together in the same container. So the rice, there's not much rice, the rice and the green curry chicken, and I started to feel a little bit of chest pains, and I felt that after the last binge as well, and it's not too surprising, again, because of all the stress and the amount of substances and the not sleeping and the all of that stuff. I was feeling some chest pains, and I'm driving back, and it was that, impending doom thing. And every song I heard on the radio, and it was in the Silent State, every song seemed to be, that whole, they call it delusions of reference, I think. It felt like this song was for me, Yeah. It's actually a simple schizophrenia, but it's okay. I'm not going schizophrenic. I'm not having a psychotic episode, but it just felt like that at the time. It just the lyrics were so heightened, and I was such a state that it felt like and the two songs. There was one Nicki Minaj's Starship, and it's like higher than a bleep, and I'm not going to sing it, because if I sing it, I'll lose my 12 viewers. But the lyric just kind of resonated, and it was like kind of holy shit, just I'm really feeling this right now, even though I'm not actually high, but I had been, and it was kind of the other lyrics seemed to fit at the time. And then there was, as I was parking, there was a one by, I think it's Pitbull, and living in the moment, and, waiting for the gate to open. And I was like going, what gate is this? It's like, it's okay, it's okay. I wasn't taking it literally. That's the whole thing with symbolism, But it just connected with me at the time, and I started going, I think I might die soon, and I actually believe that, And I came up, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to sleep, and I was going, if I sleep, am I actually going to wake up? And I was like going, the kids. I mean, that's really what it's come down to now. It's the kids and my friends, and wanting to publish and the podcast, and it's just I'm going to do everything I can to stay here, which doesn't mean that the polls are going to get any less. And I know I've been through this, and each time when they ramp up, it's getting harder and harder, and each return is harder and harder. So, but it doesn't mean that it's as bad as this has been, quote bad unquote, and as difficult as this has been, it doesn't mean that the polls are over. Or even now, even at this moment. So I just came up, put the food in the fridge, and I lay down on the bed and I just passed out. 2 hours. Very intense dreams. Very, very, very intense. I think semi-sexual. But the dream I had in the morning was something about, I think the extinction of humanity or something like that, But I got up, I woke up and I'm like, I was almost surprised to still be alive. Almost, It's like, oh, I'm still here. It's good news. I'm not complaining, it's good news. I'm quite happy about it. So then I got up. I'm being a drama llama, but I it really felt that way. So then I got up, and you know what? At the restaurant, I had no appetite. I come home, I wake up, I'm ravenous. I'm just like going, I need to eat, So I heat up the food. It's kind of turned into a mush. That is just supposed to be like chicken and rice, but the rice it was brown rice and it's combined with the chicken. So I just, I sent a couple of texts to friends or emails just going, it's not going well. And then I woke up and I'm like going, okay, slightly better, which is always a good sign. So here I am, still alive, eating, oh, fuck, Definitely more than 9 lives. Way, way, way more than 9 lives. So, next thing. I'm gonna look. I haven't even really looked at that last podcast. Usually I review them after I post them or before I post them. I haven't even seen my own podcast. So I'm gonna have a quick look at that and then see if I can maybe do a little bit of writing, And it's going to be arduous return this time. They're getting harder and harder and harder and harder. But, I'm still coming back, Anyway, bye for now. Got all the kids here. The water's back on. I got food. No substances and no booze or anything. No beer. And there's the other kid. So we got all the kids. And I just heard from my my new friend acquaintance. So I'll reply to him and finish my food and just inch my way back. Bye for now. Everybody, I'm here at La Faccia, and that's the condo in the distance there. Hi kids. And I'm having my usual, rather than pork, they substituted smoked salmon. Doesn't look all that fresh, but it's okay. It's the shit I hadn't done over the last week didn't kill me. I don't think a little bit of stale salmon is going to do too much. But anyway, so I'm having the smoked salmon and eggs Benedict and super hot sauce. I love the sauce here, and salad, and I like these little potatoes. And I walked over here, had an interesting morning, woke up, slightly surprised that I did wake up. I'll talk about that more later. And then okay, well, why don't we talk about it now? Yesterday, I think I taped in the car. I taped after getting home. I heard those songs, and it seemed like, they were addressed to me. Impending Doom. supposedly a thing with panic attacks. I don't think I was having a panic attack as such, but we followed a lot of stuff. A lot of substances, a lot of slithering, a lot of stress, a lot of all kinds of things, and a lot of substances, not staying up and not eating properly, and all of that stuff. So I guess it was a semi-panic attack maybe, and I heard those lyrics that I got this impression, and then I'll wake up, So that whole line from the Pitbull song, enjoy this moment, waiting for the gates to open to the golden whatever. And I'm like going, I'm not expecting any golden sisters, kingdom or anything like that. But I'm like going, gates opening? Ooh, gates? I didn't like the sound of that. And then the Starship one with the starships higher than a blank, which I had been before. And starships have to fly, so probably that's off the Earth. And I was like, my mind was kind of creating this shit, and I didn't feel good. That's the thing. I was not feeling good. I'm having a little bit of trouble breathing, and I'm like going, okay, what if this is it? And I came up to the kids, and I almost texted my friend, the local one, just saying, but I just saying, look, everything's okay, but just in case you don't hear from me tomorrow, get the concierge to do a health check, and they can come with a key and they can check on you, if they give them permission. So I'm like, just get the concierge to make sure that I'm breathing. I didn't do it. I'm so glad I didn't, because I panicked my friends but I told myself, look, this is just impending doom. It's because of this. It's not real. And you're supposed to do that on, when you're on substances anyway. Go, this is part of the high. This is not real. It could be. But in this case, I'm like going, let's take a chance. And I'm pretty sure that my friends, if they didn't hear from me for a couple of days, would have called the concierge anyway. But so I kind of hesitantly, I'm like going, and I was exhausted. And I kind of hesitantly, my kids were there, and they are really the only reasons that I keep coming back. So, and I told the kids, I said, look, I think I'm going to be around, but look, I'm here. And one of them actually jumped on the bed and checked on me a little later. One of the babies was going, Dad, you still here? I'm like, yeah, I'm still here. But I woke up. Actually, I woke up 2 hours later, exhausted, and like really intense dreams, like, about apocalypse and shit like that, kind of. Wake up, and I'm like, I'm alive! The kids are here, they're both in bed with me, and I'm like, this is a good sign. Still got things to do, I guess, and I gotta look after my kids, and and my friends don't have to worry about trying to rehome my kids and do all of that stuff, and I'm like, it's a good sign. It's better to be alive than the other things. So then I get up, and with difficulty, I kind of get out of bed, and then I find that I'm like really, really hungry, like ravenous. I couldn't eat at the restaurant, but when I got up from bed and I was just a little sore, a little tired, I was like, okay, food. So I heat up the leftover green curry chicken, and I eat, and the kids are playing and they're watching me, and everybody's readjusting, and I'm like, oh, it's kind of nice, still being alive. So then I emailed and texted my friend, just going, look, feeling slightly better now. And then I ended up exchanging some texts with a new friend out of town, the one who helped me with the car a while back, so kind of a new friend. So it was kind of, it was kind of fun. Who was also going through a different kind of issues. So, and then I couldn't write. I don't know if I even taped anything. I may have, may not have. And I went to bed, and it was the same kind of thing. I was like, we couldn't get up in the morning, and I was like going, okay, it's the second time now. This is a good sign, you know. Maybe we've crossed some hurdle. So then I ended up getting up, feeding the kids, and I talked to my father. And for the first time, I mean, my parents have known on and off over the years that I've had some addiction issues and some drinking issues and some other stuff. And I didn't go into any of the sordid details, obviously, but I did mention that, you know, he wasn't surprised. He wasn't shocked, you know. He seems to think that my problems now are, you know, because they left me all alone for, you know, and I'm like going, you know what? He would think that. Maybe the problem is you didn't leave me alone earlier to live my own life. I didn't say that. Did not say that, you know. So anyway, I'm like, but it's, you know, they're being very well looked after there. Couldn't talk to my mother because she doesn't hear over the phone, and she's cognitive facilities are still there, but you know, a little bit more difficulty in processing. But I'm like going, okay, here I am at the ice cream place. I'm having pistachio. Anyway, sitting inside, no more outside eating. Well, it's nice little chair here, small chair, you know. And I'm the only patron, you know. So I'm gonna have my ice cream and then walk back to the kids. Bye for now. To have my supper. So we got a Subway tuna sub. Got both the babies there. I'm going to eat on the eco chair, I think, so after a few. And Agita there. Bye. Hello, everybody. It's breakfast time for the kids, and tried a new Veruva flavor. That's the fussy one. You can tell that. I put a little bit of churro to sort of, you know, as a topper to get them into the Veruva, which they used to really like at one point. And it seems that Mr. Fussy is kind of off the... Yes, of course, his brother is going to... and we can have... Agita, I'm sure, will eat up whatever is left over here. So, but he did eat the churro, and he ate some of the Veruva. That's Veruva tuna. It's really, really supposed to be the best food and really expensive. And he's like, nope, not for me. So I'm like, never mind. But he ate some. So I'll just give you extra treats in a bit. So good night. Yesterday, exchanged emails, text with friends, and it really helped. Really helped. And just rested. Didn't even write. I tried making a journal entry, but energy wasn't quite there. But I'm writing the journals, you know. So writing the texts and emails, which I can always paste in later. You know what? Save some of that for your sister. 1 second. Okay, there's a bit left there, so I think Agita will make her way over and find it. So this is just saying. Last night I tried to make a journal entry, but just wasn't the energy. But it was okay. I just rested. Appreciated being here with the kids, and wrote the emails and texts, which can always be pasted once I start organizing the writing manuscripts, journals, stuff. I can cut and paste that into the writing. So that's, it's still there, it's still going. Sort of a record of this particular deepest, darkest return. Oh, out of breath here, because I really, each morning I get up and I'm like going, shit, I'm still here, which is good. I really appreciate being here, and I appreciate my kids, appreciate my friends, and I heard from my my friend who I'm going for a Egyptian meal with on Friday night. It's his very favorite place. So his advice is just rest. It's a couple of days you'll feel better, and So, yeah, which is basically what I've been doing. So I might even try. I told him there's another branch of that Egyptian place in the new plaza, out where all the Middle Eastern Indian places are, in Erin Mills. It's like this huge place that I showed before. So I told him that before our dinner on Friday night, I might even try that place just to compare what the food is like. It's a little bit more casual. It's not a sit down place, more of a takeout, but they have the chicken souvlaki, stuff like that. What they call shish tawuk. So anyway, fed the kids, came here. And I'm doing some laundry. I mean, this is all return to the ordinary world. And my local cat rescuer friend, she phrased it very nicely. She was like going, you're kind of trickling back into the OW. She started using my terminology because you're starting to you're trickling back into the OW, ordinary world, and we're glad to have you back, and so I'm like, going, yeah, I'm kind of glad to be back. I think she said we're glad to have you back on this side of the river Styx, so to speak. So I'm like, yeah, I crossed over and then I came back, sort of like Odysseus did, but I think mine was a bit more harrowing and a bit more sleazy. Odysseus did do the sleazy stuff, sort of, but it didn't not quite the way I do it. When I do it, I do it. So anyway, there we go. But as I keep saying, consenting adults, all that stuff, I just go very, very far into shadow. I don't know how I managed to come back. I mean, I did a lot of substances. Anyway, and other stuff. Anyway, we're back for now. One day at a time. Now it's one day at a time. It wasn't when I, Okay, there's some developments. We've got Agita there, one of the babies there, and I fed the kids a while earlier. Hello, everybody. It's a while later, and Agita's there. One of the babies is there. And then the other baby was right here. It is now there. Now, developments are, after I fed the cats, I was just sitting around and pools ramped up again. Fuck. I was hoping I'd get a little bit of a reprieve, given how bad it was, how deep it was, how expensive it was, how hard it was on me, and the impending doom afterwards, and all of that. I was kind of hoping that all of that would let go. Okay, no pulls for a while. You've done enough. Nope, doesn't work that way. So, pulls ramped up, but it's okay. They were kind of strong, but it's okay. I mean, there are the pushes. Ones I talked about yesterday, possible long-term pushes as well. Even adding long-term pushes to the mix. I was hoping that would kind of help. They're helping out these human kids, in my parents' household in India, long-term. I worked like 15 years. But even that didn't help, So I'm like, fuck, So anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to fight it. It's just minute by minute, the usual thing, got the kids. I also, a little thing I want to, add, my out of province cat rescuer friend lives out in the country, and whenever anybody finds stray kittens or abandoned kittens, they bring them to her because she's a cat rescuer. She can't say no. So she sent me pictures of the neighbor brought over two tiniest little, sweetest little kittens. They were very hungry. They were like, starving. And of course, my friend can't say no, took them in, feeding them, and they're starting to play, and she's sending me pictures of them, and I just said, look, if she hadn't lived, more than 24 hours drive away, I would be in the car right now. If it was like up to 4 hours, I would be in the car right now, or I would have already done it. I would have taken the travel case and picked up these tiny, tiny kittens. Yeah, a bit of a full house here, But Agita would have been a little pissed off, but that's, she seems to enjoy hissing and attacking her brothers anyway, so, and she's got used to having them in the same space, so I wouldn't have to, keep them in separate rooms like before. So, just more people for her to hiss at and to, swat at and to, growl at and to ignore. So she would have been fine. And those two, I think they would love having baby brothers. Love it, because they don't even know that there are such a thing as other cats who don't hiss and growl and try to hit you, who want to play and snuggle, so we'd be a bit crowded here, of course, so I'm just fantasizing, so, but I said to my friends, I said, look, when I get that, as soon as my house is ready, particularly if I get a bigger house in Chatham, I'll have to look into what the cat household limits are in Chatham, if I can have like 5 cats indoors. So I think my friend said that is the limit here if you have a house. So there, if I can get, even the house I have, I can get 2 more kittens as 5. If that's allowed, we might do it. So, but we'll see. Then the problem will be when we come here. There'll be a lot of cats here, and then, so, but we'll see. Just thinking. So pushes, that would be a very, very big push. Very, very, very big push. But for now, it's just, it's the four of us, and I'm not going to. As the pull is there, but I'm going to do this. So now I haven't made a journal entry in a while. Yesterday I tried, energy wasn't there, but today I'll just try to at least draw, make a brief entry, and then I want to go out, eat. Maybe that area I told you about, the Middle Eastern Indian one. I read this controversial apparently. This neighbors are complaining because they're making a lot of noise. Young people with souped up cars are like revving their engines, and there's a lot of traffic, and it's badly organized, and there's congestion and all of that stuff. So I don't know. And then people are protesting this and people are protesting that. But it's lively. It'll be like entertaining. There'll be like all kinds of things going on. So maybe I will go. And there's Indian and Middle Eastern restaurants, so I can find various foods. That will be a nice distraction. And then PetSmart, and then back to the kids. Bye for now. I'll do this. It's gonna be hard, but I'm going to do this. Bye for now. Okay, here I am again. There's the Mini, and this is where I was a couple of weeks ago. I just came back here because there's so much choice. A little bit of rechanneling. I read an article. People are very upset. People who live there because there's so much traffic, and apparently people are like, loud. I think later at night, you get loud noises with, exhausts and the kind of, souped up cars. Right now, it's just, regular family traffic, but it's tight in the plazas, and there's so many plazas. They intertwine and they go around like that and around like that. There's at least 100 restaurants here. So then, for me, it becomes a little bit too much choice. But I'm thinking maybe biryani. There is this karaoke cookie that my friend, he loves karaoke. Is this the one? So many freaking places. My friend loves karaoke, but we're going for dinner on Friday night to the main one. Not too far from here. But so I might as well just try something else. There's no point, I've been considering this one. I might have a quick look at the menu here. Okay, now I'm coming this way. And last time I didn't actually check out the front end of all of those plazas, which are like linked. So I might take a quick look today. There's hundreds and, dozens of restaurants here. I mean, it just goes, it continues this way. I don't know, there's too much choice. And, I saw one grill back there, like chicken kebab and chicken, it's kind of, I think it's more Afghan. So I might try that, but let me have a quick look around here and see what else there is. It's one of these things. You have to, I guess you don't say thank you to the robot. Okay. Let's see if it looks good. Okay, the food is okay. Service not good. It was like the robot thing. I had to ask for water. They're basically ignoring me. But the rice is good. Salad is very good, Fish is okay. It's a little undercooked for me, but I overcook my fish. I think this is how it should be done. The masala, the spice, it tastes to me. You can see it in there. It tastes to me like they've marinated it or just, rubbed it in, like the shan dry mix that you get in the Indian shops, which I use myself when I cook fish, which is not bad. I don't mind it, but it's just, maybe they make their own, but it's just very similar to the shop, But and it's not spicy enough that the sauce is not hot. So, on the, I was just explaining to one of my new friends that, Nutty Professor rating scale is a paw thing. One paw up, two paws up, or paws down. But this one, I'm going to give it a half. It's like a half. Everybody, I walked back to the car, passed all of those places, and I saw this biryani boss right at the start. And it's right by the car, and they have chicken kebab, they have naan, they have, chicken biryani out of the vegetable biryani. The chicken biryani is thigh and leg, which is not my favorite piece of chicken. I prefer white meat, but it doesn't matter. Now that I'm eating chicken, it's a lot better than other things I could be doing. So I'm like, okay, let's do that. And I'm getting the chicken kebab with naan. So there should be quite a bit of food, but I said, it'll be for tomorrow's supper. It'll be like a late night snack, and then tomorrow's supper, I don't have to worry about it. It'll be in the fridge. So there should be lots of biryani and chicken and, kebab, and there's some fish and there's some rice. And so I'm good for a couple of days, hopefully. Chicken biryani is good, but I was kind of waiting for the chicken kebab and I asked for some green chilies because it's just not spicy enough for me. But the service is a little slow here, and then they got people coming in to get takeout and stuff, and there's some more people coming in. But I do need green chilies, and I'm waiting for my naan. I'm going to pack up this food. I'm having the mango fruit salad, which is quite good. I'm going to pack up all of this for tomorrow, and I think this place is also a half a pop. The food is good, but they don't have any green chili, no spicy, and the biryani arrived far too early, and then by the time this arrived, quite a bit later, the naan was completely cold. So, but the food is okay again, and the service, I think, the server was my service, so that's a plus. So maybe we'll give it one pop. And then while I'm sitting here eating, I get a text from Dusty Dumpster Road Weasel slithering, Oh, the other side is calling me, but I have not replied, and I'm not going to. I'm going to just take this food, go straight home to the kids, and lock myself in the condo. Bye for now. Everybody just came in the door. I stopped to get cola and paper towel. I forgot to get kitty litter. It's okay. We're okay for tonight. I have to get it tomorrow. I think that was the main thing I wanted to get at Drug Mart, and I forgot to get it. But we'll be okay till the morning. So we get both the babies are here. I see two tails. I see one baby. And I see two babies. So just came in the door, put away the cola, and I'm going to sit here for a minute and just I don't think we need much of a synopsis because this has been ongoing. This is roughest return yet, because each excursion, each foray, each underworld, whatever, each possession gets deeper, darker. So return becomes harder. This is anyone who has seen these podcasts. Well, the 20 of you, who have seen bits and pieces of these podcasts know how this thing has been working and where it's been going. And on Thursday, I really did feel that impending doom. And I felt like, if I went on another binge, it would no question be my last. I could feel it, I know it. I don't know how I survived the last one. And then, in spite of all of that, there was pull today. There was. But I spent it with the kids. I exchanged emails with friends and texts with a new friend. It's kind of, I don't know. At this point, it was just kind of somebody's struggling as well, but in a very different way, different issues, different needs, But, it was kind of mutually beneficial, I hope, in terms, don't want to take up too much of his time because, he's busy doing stuff and applying for jobs, and I have lots of time. But, but it was a little distraction for me, and I hope it was, something, a little bit of distraction for him, and discussed food and showed him pictures of the, it was nice. It kind of helped me in terms of ordinary world stuff. So thanks to him. And thanks to my friends, exchanging my local cat rescuer friend, my out-of-province cat rescuer friend, and my former student friend, not the podcaster, the other one. So who I'm meeting for dinner on Friday night. So thanks to my friends, thanks to my kids, obviously. Without the kids, I definitely would not be here, and particularly this last one, without the kids and without the kids to come back for, and without the kids being here now, I would not be here because I had one foot on the other side, and I knew it. I knew it towards the end of the binge, and I knew it. I felt it on Thursday. So that's what, and now I made it. And then I will include some of the footage of that place where I was, looking for food and Middle Eastern food and Indian food and all of that stuff and eating out. And I'm sitting and eating and I'm exchanging a couple of texts with my new friend. And I get a text from slithering dusty dumpster rodent weasel from the last binge, and no more details than that, but and I know if I reply, that's the end of me, absolute end of me, and I'm not going to go out like that, not now. I've got the kids, and I've got to publish my work at some point. I've got so many stories, and I've got my friends, new and old, so I cannot, even the obviously there was a poll that was like, oh, all I have to do is go, yeah, sure, whatever it is, it was some kind of request, but the request will end up with my doing a lot of stuff and getting really, 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 really fucked up and really, 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 really weird and just I shift and what happens to me now is just, it's beyond comprehensible, but so far I'm coming back. And next time I probably won't be able to, and I can't do that. I just can't do it. So that's what's happening. I'm not going to pick a tarot card. We did it in the last one. I'm just going to edit and post. And I don't know if I want to do this, how many days clear and all that. For the record, I think it's day 4. But I don't know if that helps or doesn't help. Or don't know if anything helps or doesn't help, except for the kids. I was considering getting 2 little babies. The 6 of us here in the garden. I think it's, well, let's wait until we get the house. It'll be an incentive. So get the house and maybe get a bigger house out there. Yeah, I think we need our family to expand. So anyway, I'm going to edit and post. Made it, still here. I mean, at this point, it's not even the days clear. At this point, it's like, it's still here, and I'm sort of amazed by that, because it was pretty close to not being here. So we've got one of the babies there, and my main pushes, my main reasons for not going into the other world and staying. So we got one of the babies there, and we got the other baby there, and we got Agita there. So, from my 3 kids and myself, the nuttiest, craziest, most fucked up, most certifiable, whatever, the weirdest professor ever walked the face of the earth, and wants to keep walking it for now. Bye for now.